condominium and you send this paperwork in, and like, how do you travel? You don't need a passport anymore? Like, what happens if I do this, right? Let's say in the United States, and you get all the paperwork correctly, and I want to go to Australia and I go into the airport. First of all, how do I get out of the airport in the United States? Because they're going to ask me, well, do you have a passport or an ID? How do I get on the plane? Or how do I travel? Or do
Well,
I have to renounce to those privileges as well?
well, not necessarily. No, you can have a passport. I mean, you're just the bearer of the passport. You're not the passport, and you're not creating joinder to the passport. You're not doing that at all. You're just showing them some something that identifies you legally with your real person. But you knowing who you are, you never create joinder to that name. You see? And so therefore you can use their system in that particular way. You can use it to travel and to be able to get around. But remember one thing, there's no law against traveling. There's no law against traveling. There is legislation against driving. Driving and traveling are two different things, you see. This is why they want you to have passengers in your car. They'll say, who's your passengers? Because if you've got passengers, well, then you're doing commerce. Now you can just call anyone else in the car friends who are journeying, because a passenger is also a legal term. A driver and a passenger, these are legal terms. Legal terms in their world of legislation. So that's why they ask you, do you realize you were driving 5 miles over the limit? They don't say you were traveling
Right.
5 miles over the limit. Because they want you to agree that you were driving. Because if you were driving, then you were doing commerce. Then they can charge you. You see,
Santos,
but using a passport, you don't drive anything.
right, right. You're not.
You're
Um,
just traveling.
and what about um, I lost my train of thought there for a moment. But so then, what else would you be able to? So in other words, you're saying that we can continue. We can have this fictitious us, right, and use it to our advantages. In other words, use it in a way. For example, like, let's say I want to go, to England, and I want to rent a car. And I have a document that says that I have a driver's license in the United States, let's say, and the rental car agency is going to ask me for a driver's license, right? So I can use that. I can use it that way. But yet, if the cops stop me, then in England, let's say, then I apply my human, legal, natural rights. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. Because they want you to show your driver's license so that they can then give you a vehicle or let you drive on their roads, etc. But that doesn't mean that you personally are going to be liable for a traffic ticket or anything like that. Your person will be, and so but you can discharge that debt when you go into court, and you just ask the judge to please discharge that debt honourably, and let's move on. It's just a bit of paper, so you give them the authority to pay that little bit of paper with another bit of paper, rather than with the money that you've earned. That's yours. That's private. You keep that. But they're trying to steal your private money, you see, and that's why they're hoping that you'll commit the blunder, be confused, and not know how to discharge that debt with a bit of paper, and give them other bits of paper which they can then put in their bank accounts, you see. So sure, if you get a fine, well, just realize that it's your person's fine, and your person is definitely able to pay for it because your person's dead. It's a corporation, and it can pay with paper anytime, as long as you are aware of this, you see. But on the other hand, if you're traveling and you kill someone, well, this is this is a good thing to have this registered person, because you've paid for insurance to pay for their lives. You see, you don't have to now pay for it out of your own pocket, because you've got a driver's license, and that includes an insurance which indemnifies you and enables you to pay for damage that you've caused while you were using the roads that the governments claim to control and maintain and own. So you're on their roads, and you've crashed into someone. Someone's been killed. Well, then what you can do is you just use your person to discharge that debt.
Okay, I know what I was going to
And
ask you.
these
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and these are loving provisions